Within the range of traditional buildings in Scotland, what types are you looking at?
We've essentially looked at developing case studies in the different housing and building types in Scotland. Firstly, your detached cottage in a rural area, your tenement flat as a case study in conjunction with Changeworks at Lauriston Place in Edinburgh, tenement flat in East Glasgow in conjunction with a Reedvale Housing Association, and that's the mass wall internal insulation improvements we discussed earlier. We're looking at a case study for energy efficiency improvements in a Victorian school. We've got a project running currently with Glasgow Council at the City Chambers in Glasgow into energy efficiency improvements in a civic building, in a large civic building of national importance. We are looking at other types. We've got a case study with a small village hall in the Trossachs National Park. A lot of local sort of regional communities have difficulty in maintaining and heating their community premises, and we're looking at finding out good ways of helping people do that. We're part of we input quite regularly to Climate Challenge Fund projects where we're helping communities give energy efficiency advice to homeowners on an area basis. We're part of C-Start Online as part of this interview process, and we're bidding for other European funded initiatives whereby the energy efficiency of the traditional housing stock is being looked at. We've got a school, a redundant school refurbishment project in Campbelltown in Argyll and Bute, whereby the ruined building is going to be restored with respect to hiker accommodation using innovative materials, natural products, clay finishes and plasters like that, natural ventilation, and a whole number of areas which historically people were quite good at in terms of modifying the internal environment. There's a little bit of rediscovering lost knowledge, particularly in terms of passive ventilation and surface treatments, where we feel some modern building treatments are not always appropriate for the building itself, and indeed for the occupants, if you're going to keep carbon use in buildings to a minimum, which means passive systems. And if we can perhaps develop those as well in this one, so much the better. The final case study I'll mention is on the Dumfries House estate. It's called the Garden Bothy, mid to late 19th century detached two-bedroom cottage, where we're doing a series of background tests, baseline tests, and sequential intervention in specific areas, and that's floors, walls, roof, windows, and a couple of other options for heating, both in terms of space heating and hot water. And that will be getting underway hopefully in the next few months.